She said, "My ex texted. I might give him another chance," I replied. "Follow your heart." Then, I called her bestie who'd been crushing on me for years. My girlfriend's reaction when she saw us at her favorite restaurant. I, 27 male, am watching my now ex-girlfriend completely lose it in our apartment complex's group chat while I type this. But let me back up. Fiona and I had been together for 3 years. We met at a friend's barbecue, hit it off immediately, moved in together after 18 months. I was planning to propose next month, already had the ring, her dad's blessing, the whole 9 yards. 2 weeks ago, we're watching Netflix when her phone buzzes. She glances at it and her whole face changes. "Everything okay?" I asked. "It's Dustin." Dustin. The ex she dated for 5 years before me. The one who dumped her via email to focus on his music career. The one she cried about for the first 6 months of our relationship. What does he want? She was quiet for a minute, reading. He says he made a mistake. He's been in therapy and realizes I was the one that got away. He wants to meet. My stomach dropped. And, I don't know, maybe I should hear him out? For closure? Closure? After 3 years with me? She put her phone down. "Look, I'm being honest with you. Part of me wonders what would have happened if he hadn't left. We had plans, you know, and now he's saying everything I wanted to hear back then." "So what about our plans?" I think I need to explore this, maybe give him another chance. I owe it to myself to know for sure. I sat there, stunned. 3 years. I'd helped her through her mom's cancer scare, supported her when she got laid off, celebrated with her when she landed her dream job, and she wanted to throw it away for someone who abandoned her? "Follow your heart, Fiona," I said quietly. She looked surprised. "That's it? You're not going to fight for me? You just told me you want to give your ex another chance. What's there to fight for? I expected more from you, and I expected loyalty from you." She met Dustin that Friday. Came home at 1 a.m., lipstick smeared, hair messy, smelling like cheap cologne and whiskey. "We just talked," she said. "Right." Update 1. So Fiona's been texting Dustin constantly. She doesn't even hide it. Giggles at her phone during dinner, takes calls in the bathroom, the works. Still living in our apartment though, because she needs time to figure things out. Here's what Fiona doesn't know. Her best friend Chloe has been into me since day one. Chloe told me this herself, drunk at Fiona's birthday party last year. Said she'd never act on it because sisters before misters and all that, but that Fiona was lucky. Chloe texted me yesterday. "Heard about the Dustin situation. You doing okay?" "Managing. She's basically dating him while living here. That's trash behavior. You deserve better. Thanks. Hey, random question. You free for dinner Thursday?" Long pause. Then, "Are you sure about this?" "Very sure. She made her choice. Time I made mine." "Okay, where?" "Rosemary's at 7. "Rosemary's. Fiona's absolute favorite restaurant. The place she Instagrammed every single time we went. The place where the waitstaff knew us by name. That's bold. That's the point. Thursday came. Fiona left at 6 to meet Dustin. I picked up Chloe at 6:30. She looked incredible. Red dress, heels, the works. "You sure about this?" she asked, getting in my car. Never been more sure. We got to Rosemary's and Monica, our usual waitress, did a double take. "Mr. J, no Fiona tonight?" "Not tonight, Monica. This is Chloe." Monica's eyes widened, but she stayed professional. Seated us at our usual table, the one by the window that Fiona always insisted on. Halfway through appetizers, Chloe and I were genuinely having a great time. She was funny, smart, actually interested in my work instead of scrolling through her phone. That's when my phone exploded. "Fiona, are you serious right now?" "Chloe just posted from Rosemary's." "That's our place." "With my best friend?" I showed Chloe. She laughed and raised her wine glass. "To new beginnings?" "To new beginnings." Update 2, I got home at 10 p.m. to find Fiona rage pacing the living room. Dustin was there. Dustin. In my apartment. "How dare you?" she screamed. "How dare I what?" "Take Chloe to our place. It's a public restaurant, and you were busy with him." I nodded at Dustin. "Bro, that's cold," Dustin said. "This guy looked exactly like you'd expect. Man bun, vintage band tee, probably hasn't had a steady job ever. I don't remember inviting you into my home." "It's Fiona's home too." "Actually, it's not. My name's on the lease. She's month to month." Fiona's face went red. "You can't be serious." "Dead serious. You want to explore things with your ex? Cool, but not while living in my apartment. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe Dustin has space? Oh wait, don't you still live with your mom, Dustin? He looked offended. I'm between places. My music is taking off. Right, well, you two figure it out. Fiona, you have 30 days notice as of tomorrow. I'll email it to you. You're kicking me out for one dinner with Chloe? No, I'm kicking you out because you're actively dating someone else while living in my apartment, eating my food, using my utilities. She tried tears next. Baby, please. Chloe means nothing. Dustin and I are just reconnecting. Reconnecting? Your hair was messed up and you smelled like his cologne. That's not. We just kissed once. Cool. Kiss him at his mom's house. Dustin tried to step forward. Listen, man. Get out of my apartment before I call the cops. They left, but not before Fiona said, You're going to regret this. Chloe's just using you to get back at me. Funny, that's exactly what you're doing with me and Dustin. Update 3. The entitlement escalated fast. First, Fiona tried to claim squatters' rights, sent me some article about tenant protections. I forwarded it to my lawyer buddy who laughed and said, She's not on the lease, she's month to month. You gave proper notice. She's so well. Then she tried emotional manipulation, started posting old photos of us on Instagram with captions like, Remember when promises meant something? And 3 years thrown away for revenge. Her mom called me. What's this about you evicting my daughter? She's dating her ex while living in my apartment, Mrs. T. She says you're dating her best friend out of spite. I'm dating Chloe because she actually wants to be with me. Unlike your daughter. Silence. Then, Fiona always did have issues with wanting what she couldn't have. I'm sorry, honey. Plot twist. Even her mom saw through it. Wednesday, I came home to find my Xbox missing, also my coffee maker, my air fryer, and weirdly, all my phone chargers. I texted Fiona, return my stuff or I'm filing a police report. What stuff? Those were our things. I have receipts for all of them. In my name. An hour later, everything was back, dumped on the doorstep. The Xbox had a scratch across it. Real mature. Thursday, Chloe and I went to a concert. Small venue, local band, posted a few stories having a genuinely good time. Fiona showed up with Dustin. Fancy seeing you here? She said, trying to sound casual. It's a free country, I replied. She looked at Chloe with pure hatred. I can't believe you'd do this to me. We're supposed to be best friends. Where? Chloe corrected. We were best friends, until you decided to throw away a good man for someone who already abandoned you once. You were just waiting for this, weren't you? Always hanging around, laughing at his jokes, pretending to be supportive. I was supportive of your relationship, until you ended it. Dustin tried to pull Fiona away. Babe, let's just go. Don't babe me, this is all your fault. My fault, you're the one who contacted me back. Oh, this was interesting. She contacted you? I asked. Dustin looked confused. Yeah, like a month ago. Said she was thinking about me. Fiona went pale. That's not. You texted me first. After you liked all my old photos and posted that song we used to listen to. I looked at Chloe. She was trying not to laugh. Fiona had orchestrated this whole thing and was now mad it backfired. Update 4 Monday morning. I get a call from my landlord. Hey, your girlfriend called saying there's water damage in the apartment? There's no water damage, and she's my ex. Oh, she seemed pretty convinced, said the bathroom was flooded. I'm literally in the bathroom right now, it's fine. Gotcha. I'll ignore her future calls. Tuesday, she tried a different approach. Started telling mutual friends I was abusive and controlling, that I isolated her from people and monitored her spending. Jake, one of our mutual friends, called me. Bro, Fiona's saying some wild stuff about you. Like what? That you wouldn't let her see friends, checked her phone, all that controlling stuff. Jake, you literally crashed at our place drunk last month. She went to girls' nights every week. I never once touched her phone. Yeah, I figured. Especially since she's also saying you're the one who cheated, but everyone saw her Instagram post about Dustin being her soulmate 2 days ago. She'd posted what? I checked Instagram. Sure enough, there was a photo of her and Dustin with the caption, Sometimes you have to lose yourself to find your soulmate. 3 years of settling taught me what real love isn't. The comments were brutal. Girl, didn't you cheat on him? Isn't this the ex who ghosted you? Team, my name, Tuba. She deleted it within an hour, but screenshots were already circulating. Wednesday, the apartment drama peaked. I came home to find the locks superglued. super glued. Called a locksmith, again. While waiting, I checked the security camera I'd installed after the Xbox incident. Clear footage of Fiona doing it at 3 p.m. I sent her the video. Destruction of property. This is a crime. Prove it's me. It's literally HD footage of your face. I was emotional. Tell it to the judge. Filed a police report. They issued her a warning and told her to stay away from the property. Update 5. The 30 days were up. Fiona had to move out. She showed up with Dustin and a U-Haul. I had everything of hers packed and in the living room. Even washed and folded her clothes because I'm not petty like that. Where's my grandma's vase? She demanded. What vase? The blue one. You mean my blue vase that I bought at HomeGoods? It's in my kitchen where it belongs. That was mine. Receipt says otherwise. She went through everything claiming random items were hers. The TV, I bought it before we met. The couch, gift from my parents, even tried to take my grandmother's cookbook. That's been in my family for 50 years, I said. You promised to give me the recipes. I promised to cook them for you. Big difference. Dustin was useless, just stood there scrolling through his phone while she melted down. Finally, Chloe showed up. She was bringing me lunch, but the timing was perfect. Fiona lost it. You brought her here? Now? She brought me lunch because she's considerate like that. This is humiliating. No, humiliating is cheating on your boyfriend and then being mad when he moves on. She turned to Chloe. How can you stand yourself? You're supposed to be my friend. Chloe set down the food and faced her. Fiona, I was your friend. I listened to you complain about how boring stability was, how you missed the excitement of Dustin. You know what? You got what you wanted, Dustin and excitement. Now leave him alone. You've been planning this. No, you planned this when you decided to monkey branch back to your ex. I just refuse to watch you hurt a good man and get away with it. Dustin finally spoke up. Babe, can we just go? My mom's making dinner. The look on Fiona's face. She'd thrown away everything for a guy who still lived with his mom. Final update. It's been 3 weeks since she moved out. Here's where everyone is. Fiona is living with Dustin and his mom. His mom who, according to mutual friends, makes them pay rent, do all the chores, and has a strict 10 p.m. quiet time. The rock star musician can't even practice at home. She's been subtweeting constantly about fake friends and men who can't handle independent women. Nobody's engaging. Found out through Jake that Dustin's music career taking off meant he got 3 gigs at local coffee shops, unpaid. And Fiona has to drive him because he lost his license for unpaid tickets. The best part? Remember that engagement ring I mentioned? I returned it and used the money for a vacation. Chloe and I went to Costa Rica, posted lots of pictures. Fiona viewed every single story but never responded. While we were gone, she tried one last manipulation, posted that she was pregnant and I was the father, demanding support. I commented publicly, interesting since we haven't been intimate in 2 months. Also, I had a vasectomy last year. Try again. She deleted it immediately. Dustin dumped her that same day. Turns out he didn't know about the pregnancy post and realized she was trying to baby trap someone with money. She showed up at my apartment last Tuesday, crying, I messed up, I see that now. Dustin was a mistake. Okay, can we try again? We had 3 good years. And you threw them away in one text conversation. I was confused. You said follow my heart. And you did, to another man's bed. That's not fair. It's completely fair. You made your choice. Now live with it. She tried one more thing. Chloe doesn't really love you. She just wanted what I had. Chloe, who was inside and heard this, came to the door. No, Fiona, I wanted someone who wouldn't throw me away the second an ex texted. Found him. Fiona left sobbing. Posted some quote about learning to love yourself an hour later. As for Chloe and me, we're taking it slow, but it's good. Really good. She actually contributes to dates, doesn't expect me to read her mind, and, wild concept, doesn't text her exes. Last I heard, Fiona's working 2 jobs to pay rent at Dustin's mom's house. Even though they broke up, she has nowhere else to go. Dustin's dating a 19-year-old barista. His mom charges Fiona extra for utilities. The friend group has completely shifted. Everyone sees what happened. Even people who initially felt bad for her are over it after the fake pregnancy thing. Oh, and Rosemary's? Monica tells me Fiona tried to come in last week with some Tinder date. They were fully booked. Meanwhile, Chloe and I had reservations the same night. Karma's beautiful sometimes. Edit. Since people keep asking, yes, I really had a vasectomy. Got it last year for medical reasons. Fiona knew about it, which makes her pregnancy claim even more insane. Edit 2. Chloe says hi and wants everyone to know she's not a homewrecker, just a home decorator. She's literally redecorating my apartment and it looks amazing. My girlfriend said, I'm pregnant and you're the father, pay up or I'm going to court. I replied, let's get a DNA test first. She refused. So I hired a private investigator who discovered she'd had a hysterectomy 3 years ago. When I played the medical records recording in front of her entire family at Sunday dinner. Original post I, 52 male, was sitting in my home office working on quarterly reports when the text came through. My girlfriend Veronica, 36, and I had been together for 8 months. Not living together yet, but spending most weekends at each other's places. The text, we need to talk. I'm pregnant. You're the father. We need to discuss financial support ASAP. I literally stopped breathing for a second. We'd been careful, always use protection. I'm 52 with 2 grown kids from my previous marriage. Wasn't looking to start over with diapers and midnight feedings. Called her immediately. Veronica, what? How? Condoms aren't 100%, Gordon. It happens. Okay, when did you find out? How far along? 6 weeks. Just got the test results from my doctor. Something felt off. Which doctor? Can I come to the next appointment? That's not necessary. We just need to figure out support. I'm keeping it, and you need to step up. Of course I'll support my child, but let's get a prenatal DNA test first. Standard procedure. Dead silence. Then, are you accusing me of cheating? No, just want confirmation. It's reasonable given the circumstances. If you don't trust me, we're done. But you're still paying $2,500 a month minimum, or I'm going straight to court. She hung up. I sat there staring at my phone. 8 months together and suddenly she's pregnant and demanding money while refusing a simple DNA test? My spider sense was going haywire. That evening, I called my lawyer buddy Mitchell, explained the situation. Gordon, something stinks. No legitimate pregnant woman refuses a prenatal DNA test when child support is involved. Get evidence before you pay a dime. Next morning, I texted Veronica, I'll support our child 100% after DNA confirmation. That's my only condition. Her response, see you in court, deadbeat. All right then, time to make some calls. Update 1, 1 week later. The pressure campaign started immediately. Veronica's mom, Judith, called me at work. Gordon, how dare you abandon my daughter and grandchild? She's going through morning sickness, stressed about money, and you're playing games? Judith, I'm simply asking for a DNA test. It's a reasonable request. You're calling her a whore after everything she's done for you. What exactly has she done for me? She loved you, gave you her best years. 8 months is her best years, and she's 36, not exactly over the hill. Click. She hung up. Then came Veronica's sister, Natasha, via text. You're pathetic. Denying your own child? Mom's right, you're trash. Veronica deserves better than some old man who can't handle responsibility. The social media posts started next. Veronica posting about deadbeat dads and men who abandon pregnant women. Carefully vague, but her friends knew who she meant. My phone started blowing up with mutual acquaintances asking what happened. Meanwhile, I hired a PI. Let's call him Roy. Former insurance investigator, knew his stuff. Need you to do a deep dive on my girlfriend. Claims she's pregnant, but something's not right. Roy took the case, said he'd start with basic surveillance and background checks. 3 days later, Roy called. Gordon, you sitting down? Why? Your girlfriend visits a fertility clinic twice a week. What? Why would a pregnant woman? That's not all. She's been going there for 2 years. I talked to a nurse who smokes outside during breaks. Veronica's been trying to get pregnant through IVF, unsuccessfully. But she said she's pregnant now. There's more. I pulled some medical billing records through, let's say unconventional means. 3 years ago she had a hysterectomy, complete removal, medical necessity. Severe endometriosis. The room spun. She can't be pregnant? Not unless medical science has advanced beyond what we know. Gordon, this is attempted fraud. Send me everything you have. That night, Veronica texted, last chance, $2,500 by Friday or I file a paternity suit. Your choice. I replied, file away. Update 2, 2 weeks later. The entitlement escalated to insane levels. Veronica showed up at my house with a fake baby bump. I kid you not, she was wearing one of those pregnancy bellies costume shops sell. Gordon, look at me. Look at your child growing inside me. How can you deny this? I stayed calm. Veronica, let's go to a doctor together. Right now, I'll pay for everything. Her face changed. I don't need to prove anything to you. Then we have nothing to discuss. She started crying. Wailing, really. My neighbor, Mrs. Patterson, came out concerned. Veronica immediately played it up. He got me pregnant and now won't help. I'm alone and scared. Mrs. Patterson looked at me with disgust. Gordon, I thought better of you. I said nothing. Let Veronica continue her performance. Eventually she left, but not before keying my car. I got it on camera but didn't call the cops. Yet. Roy called the next day with more intel. She's done this before. Found 2 other guys from the past 5 years. Both paid her pregnancy support for months before figuring out the scam. Why didn't they press charges? Embarrassment, probably. One guy's married now, doesn't want it coming out. The other moved across the country. I decided to reach out to them through Roy. The first guy, Derek, was willing to talk. Man, she got me for 12 grand before I wise up. Kept delaying doctor visits. Always had excuses. Finally hired someone to follow her. Caught her drinking and smoking at a bar while supposedly 7 months pregnant. Why didn't you sue? She threatened to tell my employer I was a deadbeat dad. I worked for a conservative company. Couldn't risk it. This woman was a professional scammer. Judith called again. Gordon, Veronica's having complications from stress. You're endangering your baby. Judith, ask Veronica about her hysterectomy. Silence. Then, what are you talking about? Ask her about the surgery 3 years ago, the one that makes pregnancy impossible. You're lying. She's pregnant. I've seen the tests. Fake tests are $20 online, Judith. She hung up, but I could hear the doubt creeping in. Update 3 weeks later. Veronica filed the paternity suit. I was served at work, which she probably thought would embarrass me. My boss, Harrison, called me in. Gordon, this is concerning. I showed him everything, the PI report, medical records, the works. His expression went from concerned to amazed. She had a hysterectomy and is suing for pregnancy support? Yep. That's bold. My lawyer, Mitchell, was having a field day. This is going to be the easiest case I've ever won. She's basically suing for support of an impossible child. But Veronica doubled down. She got her cousin, Jerome, to call me. Jerome was, let's say he tried to be intimidating. Yo, Gordon, you need to handle your responsibilities, man. Ronnie's family. We don't let families struggle. Jerome, she's not pregnant. She showed us the tests. She had a hysterectomy. Man, you don't know what you're talking about. I have the medical records. Those can be faked. The irony of him claiming medical records could be faked while defending fake pregnancy tests was lost on him. Sunday family dinner was coming up. Veronica's family had a standing Sunday dinner at Judith's house. Extended family. The works. Usually 20-30 people. Veronica texted, "If you don't pay by Sunday, I'm telling everyone at dinner what kind of man you are." Perfect. Just perfect. I replied, "I'd like to come to dinner. We should tell your family together about the baby." She was suspicious but couldn't really say no without looking bad. Fine. 4 p.m. Bring a check. Oh, I'd bring something, all right. Update 4, the Sunday dinner. I showed up at 3:55 p.m. with a folder and a small digital recorder. Veronica met me at the door, wearing her fake bump, all smiles for the family audience. "Gordon, so glad you came to your senses." Loud enough for everyone to hear. The whole family was there. Judith, Natasha, Jerome, aunts, uncles, cousins, about 25 people total. Veronica had clearly prepped them. I got cold stares and disappointed head shakes. We sat down to dinner. Before Grace, Judith stood up. "Everyone, Veronica has an announcement." Veronica stood, hand on her fake belly. "As most of you know, Gordon and I are expecting. Today, he's finally stepping up to support our child." Applause. Some scattered about-time comments. I stood up. "Actually, I have something to share first." Veronica's eyes narrowed. "Gordon, everyone should know the truth." I pulled out my phone. "This is a recording from St. Mary's Medical Center, dated 3 years ago." I hit play. The doctor's voice filled the room. "Miss Veronica Hodges, hysterectomy completed successfully. Full removal of uterus due to severe endometriosis. Patient will no longer be able to conceive. Dead." Silence. I continued. Here are the medical records, the surgical report, the insurance claims. Veronica had her uterus removed 3 years ago. It is medically impossible for her to be pregnant. Judith went pale. That can't be. There's more. I pulled out another paper. This is a statement from Derek Morrison, whom Veronica scammed with the same fake pregnancy story 2 years ago. And here's one from Roberto Valdez, same scam 3 years ago. Veronica jumped up. Those are fake, he's lying. Really? I turned to Judith. Call St. Mary's. Ask for records department. Her patient ID is right here. Jerome stood up, angry. You trying to embarrass her? She's trying to extort $2,500 a month for a baby that cannot exist. Who's embarrassing who? Natasha chimed in. Ronnie, just show them your pregnancy test. Veronica pulled out a pregnancy test. Positive. I pulled out my phone, showed them a website. FakePregnancyTest.com, $19.99 for 5. They always show positive. An aunt in the back. Ronnie, is this true? You can't have babies? Veronica was cornered. The fake belly suddenly looked ridiculous. She started backing toward the door. You don't understand. He owes me. After everything I did for him. What did you do for me, Veronica? I loved you. You tried to scam me. That's not love. Judith finally found her voice. Veronica Marie Hodges, did you have a hysterectomy? The room waited. Veronica's mouth opened and closed like a fish. It's complicated. It's yes or no. Judith's voice was rising. Yes, okay? Yes, but I deserve compensation for my emotional labor. Emotional labor? I laughed. You mean lying? She grabbed a plate and threw it at me. Missed. Hit the wall. Her uncle Big Tom stood up. Girl, you need to leave. Now. Veronica looked around the room. No sympathy, no support. Even Jerome looked disgusted. You're all judging me? Me? After everything I've been through? You lied to us, Natasha said quietly. Used us to harass this man. Veronica ripped off the fake belly, threw it on the floor and stormed out. But not before screaming, I'll destroy you, Gordon. You'll pay for humiliating me. Judith approached me, tears in her eyes. Gordon, I'm so sorry. We didn't know. She's your daughter. You wanted to believe her. The things we said to you. Water under the bridge, Judith. But it wasn't over. Update 5, the aftermath 1 month later. The extinction burst, sorry, I know that term is overused, was spectacular. Veronica went scorched earth. First, she called my ex-wife, told her I was abusive. My ex laughed and hung up on her. We've been divorced 15 years but remained friendly for the kids. Then she called my employer, claiming I sexually harassed her. Problem was, she claimed it happened on a date when I was in a different state at a conference with 50 witnesses. She posted on every review site that my small consulting business was a scam. I had to get a lawyer to send cease and desist letters. The peak crazy came when she filed a police report claiming I stole jewelry from her. The cops came to my house. Officer Martinez looked tired. Sir, Miss Hodges claims you have her grandmother's ring. Officer, I've never been given any jewelry by Miss Hodges. She says it's worth $10,000. I pulled up my phone. Here are our text messages, every single one. Feel free to search for any mention of a ring or jewelry. He scrolled through them, found the pregnancy scam texts. His eyebrows went up. She claimed to be pregnant after a hysterectomy? Yes, sir. Here are the medical records and the attempted extortion texts. He sighed. We'll be having a different conversation with Miss Hodges. Filing a false police report is a crime. Veronica was arrested. Judith bailed her out, but was done enabling her. The court date for the paternity suit came up. Veronica didn't show. Her lawyer withdrew from the case. Mitchell got it dismissed with prejudice and got me awarded legal fees. Then came the best part. Remember Derek and Roberto? The former victims? They decided to come forward and file charges. 3 counts of fraud added to Veronica's problems. Her plea deal included 2 years probation, restitution to all victims, and 200 hours of community service. Last I heard through the grapevine, Veronica moved back in with Judith, who makes her pay rent. She lost her job when they found out about the fraud charges. She's working at a call center, wages garnished for restitution. Jerome won't speak to her after finding out she'd borrowed money from him for prenatal vitamins. The family banned her from Sunday dinners until she completes therapy. Judith sent me a letter last week, simple but meaningful. Gordon, you handled this with more grace than we deserved. Veronica is getting help. I'm sorry for my part in this. Wishing you well, Judith. As for me, I'm fine. Trust issues? Sure. But I learned valuable lessons about red flags and the importance of verification. Started dating again last month. Met a nice woman named Eleanor at a book club. She's 48, divorced, grown kids like me. First thing she said when we started getting serious, let's be completely transparent with each other. Showed her this whole story. Her response, holy hell, wanna go get coffee and decompress? She's good people. To anyone reading this, if someone claims pregnancy but refuses basic verification, run. If your gut says something's wrong, listen to it. And always, always get documentation. Oh, and Veronica, if you're reading this, and I know you probably are because Natasha mentioned you still cyberstalk me, the answer is still no. No, I don't forgive you. No, we can't be friends. And no, I'm not giving you a loan like you asked through that fake Facebook profile. The audacity remains undefeated, but so does karma. Peace out. Edit. Since someone asked, yes, I kept the fake pregnancy belly she threw on the floor. It's in my garage. My buddy wants to use it for Halloween, going as a pregnant man. The irony is not lost on me.